I'm gonna need some time.
Of course.
Hey, Shank.
So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Let me talk to them.
Works. Of course. And none of them. Which gang should I...
The Disciples.
Yeah?
I'm sure.
That just leaves... Now for a new Taffington boat. Though I'll need to... We're not always... So...
I'm ready.
Good. So...
Sure.
Wait, just gonna leave me in the lurch here, boss?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Job's coming in pretty good.
Just wanted to trade a few things. I just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
Let's trade some things.
Sure thing.
I just want to trade a few things. Can we trade a few things?
Of course.
Okay. So that's it, huh?
Maybe we get something good out of this.
Okay.
Hey,
What's up, boss?
Gage.
What's going on, boss?
Just wanted to check in.
Been a damn fun
Hey.
ride so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of trouble we can get into next.
So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Let me talk to them.
Works for me. Which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The Disciples.
Uh-huh. Now, you ready to decide?
Uh-huh. I'm ready.
Good. So,
Mm-hmm. Hey, Shank.
let me think. So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Let me talk to them.
Works for me. Which gang
Uh-huh. The Disciples.
Uh-huh. Now,
Sure.
you ready to...
I'm ready.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Believe that spot. Overboss? Something wrong?
Shank.
Thought I'd seen something about them the other day. Let me think. So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Let me talk to them.
Works. Which gang?
Mm-hmm. The Disciples.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Now, the you ready to...
I'm ready.
Good.
Right.
So...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that place. Isn't that one of your old stomping grounds? Sure that's the one?
Don't you ever question me.
Of course not, boss. So, To get these folks to scram, you got two main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are,
Right.
Lizzie Wyatt, and scare them good. Boss?
Seems like every time I fix one thing, another thing breaks.
He did it again!
Well, you can't just stick him in the kidney. You gotta outsmart him.
Not supposed to hurt the other gang. No rule against tricking them into hurting each other, though. What are the other gangs gonna do with Nuka World? Turn it into a slaughterhouse? Barn? Only makes sense to give us run of the place. I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I could do it. Wasted time now. No one's stopping you.
Hey.
Boss, think you might be interested in taking on a task for us?
Whatever I can do to help.
Well then, there's a cache of
More... Who will I be facing?
some super mutants.
Who are we talking about here?
A super mutant gang.
Right. Sounds fun.
Was hoping that's what you'd say.
Coulter jerked us all around. Don't make the same mistake he did.
William, Max
Hey.
said I should come see you.
Overboss.
Heard you've
A
been
pleasure.
spotted
Shank
sneaking
said you
around.
might need some tools to, well, I've put together a couple of toys. Only thing we ask in return is that you remember the operators when you're handing out new territory.
What exactly?
So, first up, something to manipulate a target. It's a homemade toss one of these grenades at the feet of your target and convincing now to function effectively. I had so it's not going to work on people in any of the big towns like Bunker Hill or, but for your purposes, hitting settlements out in the Commonwealth,
So it only works.
nothing beyond that.
Take any advantage I can get.
Well, here. Only had enough to make the one locally. But you can take... So, the other trick up our sleeve is a little gulp down a couple lungfuls, and anyone you speak to will be... Plus, I've winnowed down the addiction risk here. Ingredients for that one, you should have nope, and just...
If Lizzie asked you to volunteer for one of her tests,
Don't.
ought to be handing Nuka World over to the operators, boss. Place could use some folks with style.
Mags and William are strict as far as bosses go. But if you can do the job, they'll- Mags, William, and Lizzie. All you have to do is hear them speak to know they weren't born into this life. But they sure as hell were born for it.
Hey,
Yes? What do you want?
hey, you.
Oh, it smells like... Jeez. Oh, yeah? Something you needed?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's gonna work. This is home.
Now, I'm gonna make this easy for you. Take these caps and go.
Caps? For this? Yeah, fine. I guess it's all yours.
I'm going.
What? Over here.
I'm gonna enjoy it. Nice try, asshole. But I'm still standing.
Things are boring as hell since Nisha made us team up. I ain't no fan of playing nice with others.
There's no...
Hi there.
Come on, you know our side has the most fun. In the town on the Packle tonight. You in?
You bet.
Hey there.
Last guy didn't sit for a week. Didn't even know what hit him.
Unimpressive. But I guess it'll do. Sooner we...
There's no escaping here.
We get something good out of this.
Today we're going to be
Shank.
Well, well.
Worth looking at.
Rumor going around is that... Well, well. Rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and...
Right.
Not
Damn good.
I'll make sure you're cut of any caps the outpost pulls. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, if you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start I'll make sure those shipments get any caps they provide, and the more a settlement Now, like before, or you and a crew.
Why stop at kneecaps?
Let me talk to them.
Sure.
Sure.
So,
the operators.
I'll send word. Then all that's left is no settlement, and if you ever want... The slog might be... So, was that... Alright, that one will work. So, to get these settlers...
Tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be very good company right now.
You've crossed. You can't even look me in the eye and face up to what you've done, huh? See?
Can I call dibs on whatever that's gonna be?
Some days are harder than others. But even the hard days
willing to
get
do some
easier
work?
than the one before.
Why is it so hard getting out of bed? Just don't want to get out of bed. If you talk to any real man, okay, they're not like afraid of death. That's the truth. I mean, death is kind of like it's kind of like a snazzy alternative. I mean, you just lay there. You don't have to get up. Okay, the worms eat you, you know, they crawl on your asshole and eat you from the inside out. But I mean, other than that, it's a nice rest. I don't know. It's hard getting out of bed. Just want to lay there. My new routine now is like I wake up, like my day off. I used to wake up, come out, do the show. You know, now I'm doing the show like at 8 o'clock in the morning because I wake up and I got to do at least, you know, bare minimum 3 hours of TikTok scrolling. And there's no bigger feeling of guilt than when you've been laying in bed scrolling through TikTok for the last 3 hours and then like that beam of sun comes through the window and it hits you in the eye and it just tells you, oh my God. It's a fucking, it's like, I can imagine it's like waking up with like a heroin needle hanging out of your arm. You gotta be like, oh, what's my life come to? I've been in this bed for 3 hours watching TikTok and I loved every minute of it. I don't know. I got my son calling me cringe. He called me the cringe the other day. He goes, Dad, you're so cringe. Kind of hurt my feelings. I was like, oof, that's a hard one. I never heard that one before. I don't know. I made a joke about chicken jockey. My son was eating all the French fries, and I was like, hey, I was like, you know, because I see this whole thing with the chicken jockey in the movie theater. So I'm like, maybe I'll connect with a young person. I'll be like, you know, I said to him, you know what? You're like the chicken jockey of French fries. And, well, I didn't get the result I expected. He turned to me and he goes, Dad, you're so cringe. And I was like, oh. I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, you're right.
Hey, you.
I didn't say that out loud, but in my head I was like, oh, he's right. That was really cringy. And then I was like, go to your room and turn in your iPad at the door now. What am I going to say? I'm cringe. I don't know. I got my wife over here telling me I do everything wrong. What did she do the other day? I come out here. I'm gardening now.
Hey.
Okay? I hate landscaping and gardening.
Hey.
Except for this like 1 week of the year where like it's like I got struck by a bolt of lightning. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hibiscus comes out.
I don't know. A lot of hard work.
Because I want to fix up the yard. It's like right around this time of year, and I get so into it. And you don't know, I bought a magnolia plant the other day. Okay, guys? I used to have sex. I'm so excited about this magnolia plant.
You want to do this the hard way? Fine. Let's do this the hard way.
Anyway, I'm reading the instructions on how to plant it. You know, I love these instructions on how to take a... ladies and gentlemen, dig a hole, throw it in, water it. Everybody with their fucking instructions. I put the plants in the ground. That's all. Anyhow, I got my magnolias going. I got my mandavillas that love to disappoint me every year. I built a trellis right here on the side. Right, it's the opposite side of this wall. There's a trellis. Okay. I built this beautiful trellis. I bought these mandavillas. They're like vined flowers. They're supposed to climb a trellis.
Look, I'm sure
for the first fucking, I don't know. It wasn't until September that they got the message that they can climb the fucking thing.
You're gonna start working
all year long. I'm taking their vines and I'm twisting them around the trellis. I'm like, that's how you do it, guys. Sure. The next day it's like boing, go in the other direction. I'm like, what the fuck? Do your job. Anyhow, they didn't then September hits, all right? The rest of the yard looks like shit, and they start making the big climb. Then they looked absolutely beautiful for exactly 15 days before frost hit, and then they were dead. And now they torture me to death because I'm out there peeling all the fucking dead vines off of the trellis now. For some reason, the vines turned it into twisted steel. I couldn't pull them off. I went to yank it. I almost broke the trellis. I had to come in here and get cutters. Can I have fucking coffee? So I work a nightmare day at work. I wind up getting all these plants. I come home, now I gotta dig them up in the backyard. Dig through, pick all the weeds and whatnot. And my wife comes out there and she starts pulling like this big pile of weeds out of the lawn. Because our lawn has weeds, you didn't know? And then she tells me to clean it up. Like she makes this big pile and then she tells me to clean it up. She goes in the house. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're making extra work for me. Go away. I'm over here, I'm digging. I'm digging through the concrete that your father buried in the ground.
Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new...
A father, you know, God rest his soul, he's dead.
Suppose this provides us a good opportunity.
But he's torturing me from the grave. Every time I go to dig a hole in the backyard, I hit an enormous chunk of concrete.
Not a whole lot. Our scouts at the boss.
So sure, I gotta dig like, I don't know, like 3 feet around the goddamn thing. And then I gotta get my needle bar, which isn't here because, well, Javier took it.
But that doesn't earn you a
Thank you. So my needle bars are gone, so I can't bust up the concrete before I jerk it out of the ground. So I'm lifting these like 2x2 pieces of concrete out of the ground. Oh my God, the cursing! The cursing doesn't stop. I don't care. Remember when you had a neighbor that would curse? I had a guy. Motherfuck this! Like bang, dang, dang. You hear the wrenches and whatnot. The guy next door to me, and everything was fucking this and fucking that. I was like, you don't find that kind of, like, angry neighbors anymore. I used to love that shit. I used to have a woman who would, and her husband would fight. The guy had cancer. She used to say, I hope you die from your cancer. Screaming it. I was like, God damn. I've never in my life had an argument where if I was arguing with somebody with cancer, that I would wish them death from their cancer. Like, things never got that bad. Like, what did this guy do to you, honey? Now, I'm that neighbor. I'm hitting concrete with a shovel. I'm like, mother's cunt. That's my thing when I get mad. I say, mother's cunt.
Hey.
Well, look who finally...
I mean, can you think anything more horrendous?
Pretty shady group nearby. Well, look who finally made it.
I don't know. Your mother's ass, your mother's cunt. Fucking thing. That's another one of my favorites to yell. So that's it. I do the cursing for the neighborhood now. That's me. I don't know. On top of that, I got my dog growling at me. My dog is the new, he thinks he's the Pink Panther. Okay, because he grabs my shoe, and then he goes over to his little dog bed there, and he like pretends nobody can see him. And if you go over there to fucking take the shoe away, it turns into American Werewolf in London. I gotta take a video for you. You wouldn't believe what this little dog turns into. I say, hey, fucking take the shoe, keep it. I'm done with this. I'm done fighting with my dog. Like back in the 50s, the dog used to bring you your slippers. Okay? Mine tears them to shreds. I said, you little motherfucker, you know what they would have done to you in the 50s? Holy mackerel, you'd be in a wheelchair. And I'm over here like, I'm scared to get my own shoes. Sometimes I gotta go out to the post office quick. Trying to get my shoes. I call my wife to get the shoe from the dog. And you know what my wife does? She grabs a broom and it turns into a literal Tom and Jerry cartoon. She's smashing the dog with the broom. I'm sorry. It happened. Don't let that happen. And I got news for you. I said, these are the laws of nature. I said, there's nothing going on that's wrong here. All right? This is not, I said, this is the absolute law of nature right here. We've just gone back to caveman times. This is just like the law of God happening right in front of you. It's true. It's like when you get children around dogs. Okay? You see the actual nature of man and animal. Okay? Because what happens is the dog will do something, like snip at him or something like that, and then he pummels the fucking dog. And then the dog's like, okay, I guess you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to talk to your dog like this. Excuse me. You know, your political correct talking to dogs these days doesn't work. Okay, because dogs are still fucking primal. So they only understand getting clobbered over the head if they do something wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's certain things you can't change. It's not animal abuse. It's fucking training the goddamn dog. So the dog would bite my son would punch the dog, and now they get along just fine. So like, I said, oh, that's how it works. Not what these fucking idiots on The View and Dr. Phil told me. Or this other guy, the dog whisperer. You ever notice that the guy can't get anything done? He's getting bit more than any, but he's the dog whisperer, okay? But he's got basically like, his arms look like Taz from ECW. Not Taz. Who was the other motherfucker? Sabu. Remember Sabu? From ECW. I used to like ECW. You know, we'd go down to the Moose Lodge and watch ECW in Queens. Let me tell you something. This is like wrestlers on cocaine. Sorry, bottom line. Like WWF wrestlers were on cocaine. These guys were like, I don't know. They were getting their shit straight from Colombia. Okay, uncut. Okay, remember that guy New Jack? I saw that the guy New Jack jump about 3 stories off the balcony. Okay, and landed on a guy on top of concrete. You gotta have cocaine to make that maneuver. Sorry. All right. Who was the other guy? Skull Von Crush? Remember that guy? Skull Von Crush. Yeah. I don't know. I never really liked Rob Van Dam. Because I remember one time he was going, we were by the front row and Rob Van Dam was walking by. And he was giving everybody high fives. But then when he got to me, he looked at me like this. And he kept going, and I was like, I'm the only one he did that to. I felt like a total piece of dog shit. I'm watching him, I'm like, this is part of his act. He does that to people when he walks out, right? Like being a little cocky. And then I was waiting for him to do it to somebody else. I'm like the only person he did that to. I was like, what did I have, a piece of dog shit hanging from my nose? What happened here? To hell with it. Wrestling, what are you gonna do? I love when people are so into wrestling. You know, I got guys at work that's so into wrestling. I say, how do you watch that stuff? It's fake. Oh my God. You got to see the temperatures rise. The faces get red like this. So there you go. There you go. I planted my magnolia tree the other day. I tell you what, the crime in this city will kill you. Anybody? No? Okay. Yeah, magnolias, my hibiscus are in. Hibiscus are all beautiful, beautiful flowers. Here's the problem. There's not a problem. My wife yells at me because they're like $37 a piece. Okay, I bought 2 of them. I mean, you would have thought I spent my 401k when I got home. My wife starts hollering about buying these plants. I said, listen here, because she doesn't want me to buy them because they don't last till the following year. They die in the wintertime. So you got to bring them inside. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm bringing fucking I love this. My friend did this. He put all these plants in his foyer, and then his cat ate the leaves off the plants, and the plants died. So he had them in there all fucking winter long. I'm not bringing the plants inside the house. Anyhow. The fucking things go up in April. Okay, and they stick around to the end of October, and they constantly blooming like beautiful flowers. Hibiscus is like the real showstopper when you come into my backyard. They never disappoint. They grow new flowers every day. I'm like, this is like an amazing like paradise plant. And they're always big, beautiful flowers. It's like, this is a happy plant. And happy, unlike the fucking miserable I planted in the corner the other day. I planted this tree. I forgot what it was called. It's supposed to have beautiful foliage in the winter. Like the leaves change in the winter, but they're evergreen. So they stay leaved all year round. So excited. I planted this tree. It fucking died. I think it died from all my dog's urine. My dog loves to go and piss on the fucking landscaping plants. Ishkamada Momada Mickey. Guys, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about something else? Can we talk about something else? You got nothing better to do? You don't have a Coachella concert to go to? What's this Coachella? Huh? This is like the kind of shit I'm so grateful I'm old now. Because I look at something like a Coachella festival and it looks like the biggest nightmare, like hellscape on planet Earth. Like a bunch of fucking dumb, young fucking dopeheads running around. Can you imagine like a worse scenario? These festival people are the worst kind of people alive. Okay, you could be on the floor convulsing from a heart attack. They'll like step over you to get to the concession stand. These are people that are like, these are just awful, awful people. I know I was one of them. I used to go to these festivals. I don't know if I did. Did I? No, I didn't go to a festival. What did I go? Lollapalooza? I didn't even go to Lollapalooza. I went to the other jerk-off concert. What was it? It was like Lollapalooza, but later on. Some kind of fest. Oh my God. Yeah, that's basically the end of that tune. I don't know, I'm with my partner at work. And he's got the drill. He's trying to take like this self-tap at that screw out. And he's wrecking the bit. You just hear... And I'm like, hey, can you play me another tune? And he's like, you do this, Burn. I love this. I like every time there's like any type of slight problem or issue, you do this. You do this. I'm like, where's your fucking... Have a little fucking... Stop being so fucking lazy. How about that? And then he'll say something like, you know, like the other day, the alarm in the building was going off, and he was like, "What are they doing? Calling the SWAT team?" The SWAT team. So there's little gems like that get me through the day. Yeah. What was the other one he says? Parks plugs instead of spark plugs. Parks plugs. Hey, Burn, I changed the Parks plugs on my car the other day. I say, oh, that's nice. And he also said that somebody looked like Uncle Fess from the Monster Family. So there you have that. So that, you know, that's gold in its own way. I mean, other than that, I got my son fact checking me. That's the new thing now. Like, I can't say anything. My son runs to Google. I don't know, he's got some type of AI generator or something, and he fact checks everything I say. And newsflash, everything I say is basically wrong. So that's it. And so he basically looks at me like I'm a moron. And he's got me stuttering. I'm like, I can't say anything now. So it's like, there's no point for me to be alive anymore. That's what I've realized. I'm just like, I'm completely obsolete and useless. Do you realize why nobody talks to anybody anymore? I figured it out. Everybody thinks it's like some type of social thing. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that you can't say anything anymore that's interesting or smart. We have AI. And we have Siri. So you're not telling me anything I don't already know. Or I can find out like that. So our conversations are useless now. Do you understand? Because you're a moron compared to AI. So who am I communicating with here? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to start to have parties. I'm going to be the first to throw this type of party. Okay? And it's going to be the fucking only party you're going to want to go to. And here are the rules. When you come to this party, you're not allowed to talk to anybody. And the other rule is you have to sit on the couch and be glued to your phone. I would love this party. I'd come in, don't even greet anybody. Tick, 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 tick. You look around, you're like, oh, everybody's here. Tick, 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 tick. And then you sit on the couch and you watch your favorite videos. Okay, you're out. So you've gone out. You feel like you got that accomplished. You're around other people. That's fine. And other thing, no eye contact. Okay? So we all just stare at our phones. Beep, 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 beep. And then a fucking big alarm goes off and we go home. I'm all about that party. This is just like this. Here we go. And we'll serve you, you know, cake, food, cake, cookies. All right? Drinks. This is the greatest party of all time. And the whole deal is you say anything to anybody, you get thrown out. Does this not sound fun to you? I'm all about that fucking party. You know how it is when you go to a party and that guy sits down next to you. I got a guy, I don't even want to say it because it's the family. I got a guy that sits down next to me, crosses his legs, puts his arm around me and starts talking in my face. All right, and I'm not worried about his breath, but my breath could melt like, I don't know, could set toothpicks on fire. I'm hitting this guy with breath. I'm like, motherfucker, you want to get close? I'm at the age now where it's like, you want some of this fucking breath? Because I'll hit you, man. I'll hit you. It's like a fucking flamethrower coming out now. I don't care. I see eyelashes curling. That's your fucking choice. You ever meet these people that gotta get in your face when they speak? I'm like, dude, I want to have a conversation. I don't want to shoot the cover of a romance novel. You fucking hocking me in China, kid. I got beads of your fucking mouth mist coming and hitting me in the face.
You all deaf or something?
I like to be a good 5 feet away from somebody when I talk. That way I know that my wife said she smelled my breath in the next room the other day. True story. So I went to the dentist. Why do I gotta go to the dentist and tell them what's wrong with my teeth and be accurate? That's what I want to know.
You listen closely.
I got this dentist fooling around in my mouth for the last 3 months. I told him what the problem was. Every time I flossed this one tooth, I would pop the floss up and it would feel like it was pulling my tooth up. We're talking about like 1/8 of an inch. And then I would have to bite to put the tooth back down again. I said, this is great. I love getting old. My fucking teeth are rotting out of my head. So I'm like, I constantly feel this, and I'm telling the dentist this. And she's like, oh, yeah. Hold on. As she's like using that dental pick a little too aggressively. Holy cow. I got this woman cleaning my teeth. I'm literally crawling up the chair with sweat beating down my forehead. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. For some reason, I gotta be a manly man when I'm at the dentist. Like, I can't admit, like, ouch, this motherfucking hurts. Ouch. For some reason, I gotta bottle it all up. And I'm sitting there, and literally I got earwax running out of my ears. I was so tense. Oh my God. I wish you could have took my blood pressure at the moment. She's just going up and around the gums. It felt like somebody with a fucking samurai sword was cutting my gums open. I'm like, ow, this hurts enormously. But boy, did my teeth feel clean afterwards. You know how you run on your way home, you can't stop running your tongue over your teeth. You're like, so clean. It's like you feel like your teeth are like porcelain tiles. So clean. And then like 3 cups of Bustelo later, you have this brown like brownie brittle buildup on the back of your bottom teeth. I get that from coffee. I get a buildup back here. It's like peanut brittle. They're chipping it out with a chisel when I go to. They're like, oh, you smoke? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, you do heavy like cocaine, amphetamines? I'm like, no. You smoke crack? Multiple times an hour? Like, no. This buildup back here, it's like volcanic rock. It's the Bustelo, baby. It's the fucking Bustelo. Now do your fucking job and chip it out with a jackhammer. I don't care. Get it out of there. I don't want to feel it with my tongue. And then you feel it's all smooth. I literally had a buildup on the back of my bottom teeth I could catch my tongue on. Swear to God. It was almost like a burr. And it would catch my tongue. And I couldn't stop running my tongue over it. I was literally rubbing my tongue raw. Because I felt like my tongue could smooth it out with time. It's like, how many passes will it take? And then my tongue was raw. It was just like, but I was like a monkey. They're like, you know how if you give them a monkey shit, you give them a handful of shit and they keep smelling it until they go bananas. They go, bananas. No, they go crazy. They go literally crazy. They're like, man, it's like, you can't stop selling this shit. And they go crazy. Can you imagine? Like, that's the thing you get obsessed with? Smelling fucking shit? Whatever. So, I mean, what were we talking about? I have no fucking idea. Getting obsessed with something. Smelling something. I don't know. So sure enough, the woman's like, we're going to have our head dentist come in and just, examine your teeth. And I was like, all right. So he gets in there and he's like, I was like, this is where the Invisalign sales pitch comes. I loved the last time I went to another place. They had these fucking, I don't know, it was like Chinese people in there. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know Asian people. Okay. The guy comes in. He's like, oh, he goes, you got one tooth going this way. You got one tooth going that way. And I'm like, and?
Well.
He's like, you need Invisaligns. And I was like, you need to get the fuck out of my face. I'm 48 years old. I'm married. I got a kid.
Now, if you want me
okay?
What can you tell me about?
We're not winning any beauty contests over here.
And if the place
okay, I don't care if you take a hammer
I want to know more
and you shatter my teeth out all over the floor. I'm not fixing them. That's the way they stay.
I got everything I need.
Sure. No better tool.
Okay, I learned something from Kuda.
Depending on the state of the place when you
from Dukes of Hazzard.
This first outpost might
okay, you don't need them fucking teeth. Teeth are nothing but a fucking. I see people with dentures. I'm like, you win. You win. Take a denture in, take a denture out. You don't got to deal with these fucking teeth.
Hey, boss.
Anyway, was there a point to all this? I don't know how far. Yeah. Then they had this fucking helicopter that crashed into the Hudson River. Did you see this? Like whole family from Spain. Mother, father, a couple kids went right into the drink.
Okay.
I said, Jesus Christ. I said, you'll never get me on a helicopter.
There another settlement?
You'll never get me on a helicopter. Ask Stevie Ray Vaughan. Ask Kobe Bryant. Okay? These helicopters, Black Hawk helicopters, going down all the time. You would think military helicopter, right? They go down all the time, these fucking Black Hawks. I've been keeping tabs. I ain't getting on a helicopter, Jack. Sorry.
What can I do for you?
Sorry. You're not getting me in a helicopter, and you're not getting me in a hot air balloon.
Is there anything our outpost?
Yeah.
Oh, I love my wife and her sister.
Want to run a job?
They want to go to Turkey. Ready for this?
You want to
We're gonna go to Turkey and ride a hot air balloon.
If you're wondering, it's got
let me do a little. What are we gonna do? A little adjustment on that phrase. No, you're gonna go on the hot air balloon. Okay? I'm not going on. As a matter of fact, you're not going on a hot air balloon. I'm not allowing it. Every time I see a hot air balloon go up in the sky, it hits a fucking power line. The fucking thing catches on fire. The people inside roast. They're screaming. That's what you see. You see this like big like rainbow. It's always a rainbow. This hot air balloon. And there's people up there on fire screaming. And because there's no engines or anything like that, that's all you hear is them screaming. You hear like the crackling of their bones as they're screaming from the fire. And everything catches fire, the fucking thing, and then the thing comes tumbling down. So now you're on fire, you're screaming, and then you free fall and smack on the ground like a pancake. You're a cooked pancake. No thank you. No thank you. Yeah, but the chances of that happening are like 0.0001. Yeah, but here's the problem with that. That one. I'm not taking that fucking chance. Then, quick question. Quick question as I go up in the hot air balloon. Here we go. Ready? What do you do? Okay, we're up in the air now. I mean, this thing has the capability to basically go into low Earth orbit. That's right, hot air balloons, they can go all the way up to like fucking, you could go into basically the edge of space with a hot air balloon. Am I wrong? It's like the only thing that's keeping it from happening is the size of your propane tanks. So whatever the fuck. So we get up and I'm like, okay, hey Charlie, where's the steering wheel? And he's like, well, hot air balloons, they don't have a steering wheel. Oh, I say, that's interesting. Okay, where's the rudder? And he says, oh, no, these hot air balloon doesn't have a rudder either. It's like, okay, so, excuse me, Jane, how do we fucking steer this crazy thing? There's no steering. You go up, you go down. Wherever God wants you. And that's the other thing they don't show you. You got people landing hot air balloons in like people's yards all the time. Now keep in mind, it might be like up in Pennsylvania where people have pretty big damn yards or even farms. But you land in somebody's yard and then the people come out. And sometimes they're friendly, and I got news for you. Sometimes they're not. Some people aren't, when you fucking, land your balloon into somebody's rhododendrons, there could be a fucking real problem right there. These guys in Pennsylvania, they got shotguns. You come out, next thing you know, you're in a hot air balloon. You got some guy blasting with a shotgun. Come on. Come on, man. They should change, like, capital punishment shouldn't be the electric chair anymore. Capital punishment should be like the family like that got affected by, like, say you did a double murder or something like that, and you killed people in this family. then what happens is you go on death row. And the family, for a week, that's all you got. You got a fucking week, because we don't want you just sitting around, sucking up taxpayer money. You know what I'm saying? You got a week. And the family gets to figure out the way you die.
And that is...
I just say, listen, put them on a hot air balloon. And right near those fucking power lines over there. Let them fly over Hawk. That's right. We fly you into power lines. The thing catches fire. Okay, you sit there and scream and burn, and then gravity does the rest, and we turn you into a fucking pancake.
I want you to head to an...
And the family gets to come in while you're in your cell there, and they get to explain to you how you're gonna die.
Shank.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, boss. You looking for me to set up?
And so mine would be like, if somebody killed a member of my family, I mean, God forbid, of course. But basically, I go into the jail, and I'd hire Randy Johnson. And we could both go into the jail, be like, hey, buddy, so this is how you're gonna die. You see this guy? Hall of Famer, fucking Randy Johnson with that fucking face of his. See the pockmarks in his face? Still got him. All right, here's the deal. We're gonna put you in a field somewhere, and he's gonna throw 100-mile-an-hour fastballs at you till you're dead. Who's in? And I'll be like, aim low at first. So I don't know. You take out the ankles. The guy's sitting there like the guy from Platoon. Ah! You hit him in the stomach a couple times. Who's throwing some heat right now? We got a guy throwing 107 miles. I want Randy Johnson. The way he made that bird explode. So how many fastballs do you think it would take to kill somebody? I don't know. Guys. The fuck are we doing here? I'll tell you what we're doing here. I had a box. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was something, one of my wife's cockamamie items downstairs.
I want to claim another.
But no. So I opened it up. I said, "Oh my God!" It's a gift from a viewer of the show, and I really want to talk about this. Hold on a second. This is coming from, because there's no note in the box. At least I don't think there's a note.
The disciples.
This is coming from Trevor. Look at what Trevor says, guys. Okay, it's a cordless angle grinder. And let me tell you something. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's the keys to the city. Okay, and I've talked about this many times before. And I think that's why Trevor sent it. Guys, there was a reason why you couldn't get a cordless angle grinder. Remember when you would buy the set? It'd be like drill, impact drill, reciprocating saw, and they always got to throw the dumbass flashlight in there, or the circular saw. Stop with the flashlight and cut the price down. So anytime you would buy a pack of cordless tools, everybody would say, and everybody would say it too, why isn't there an angle grinder in there? Because the angle grinder is the backbone of any shop. I don't care what you say. There are certain tools. I can put together a list of 5 tools, just essentials, okay? And an angle grinder is one of them. They cut through everything. Not only do they cut through metal, but they also cut through different materials, like plastics and stuff like that, and leave clean lines.
I don't feel so.
Very versatile tool. So yeah, when you would buy a set, it would never come with a cordless angle grinder, and that's because you can cut open locks, fences, basically any type of security system you need to get into, safes. You can open a safe with this, cut bicycle locks loose. I mean, if you're carrying this thing around, you have the literal keys to the city.
Christ, no need to do anything.
And I knew why they weren't allowing it, but now I guess the jig is up, right? People are like, how come we don't have cordless angle grinders, for Christ's sake? So they had to give it to us. So there you go. I suggest anybody, I'm not one for stealing, but I mean, you keep one of these in your car. You never know. I mean, you could take a catalytic converter real quick.
Good caps to me.
It's just a great tool. What a fucking great tool. So thank you, Trevor, for that. That gets so much. I have 3 angle grinders, okay? I keep 3. I keep one with a flap disc, one with a grinding disc, and one with a cutting wheel. So, you know, we can get down like Foxy Brown anytime we need to do something to material. Right? Real exciting, right? Where are you guys going? We're not done here. That's right, we're not done here. Guys, you know what I want to do today? I want to do something that I feel a lot of you might haven't done for a long time. Maybe you have, I don't know. But I feel like I haven't done it for a long time. And what I want to do is I want to play some Nintendo tapes. Right?
Anything in here?
Nope. Just crap in here.
If I wanted to starve, I'd run with the local raiders. Where's the food? This water situation's bullshit. You better fix it. Start watching it back.
Hey, boss. Just one more outpost to claim. You want me to set up that job, you just say. So, what do you need?
I'm interested in running a job.
You got it. Just need the details. What job you looking to run?
I want to convince a new settlement to start.
Auditing.
I'm looking to have some words with a local settlement.
Ought to take care of those new outposts first, boss.
Let me think about it.
I'm in no hurry.
You're not doing yourself any favors by keeping this all safe. Killing beats stealing any day. Nothing beats that rush.
Hey, Shank.
Look who it is. Got some. Boss, what can I do for you?
Was hoping you could...
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's time we took over another...
Sure thing, boss. You gonna talk to them yourself?
I'll convince...
Sounds like a... And which crew should I have?
The Disciples.
Got it. So, we're... Yeah, that one ain't gonna work, boss. You want to name a different target? Or a different job, maybe?
Let's try another target.
All right. So, what's the target? Believe that spot's one of yours, boss. Still want to proceed?
That one's the target.
Of course, boss. So, standard runoff job. You can scare the hell out of them. Any toys the operators gave you ought to make things...
feel so... What is it?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here.
Uh-huh. Look, I'm trying to help.
Oh, that's how it's gonna...
The land's yours. What just happened? Not gonna bother you, all right?
If I wanted to starve, I'd run with the local raiders. Where's the food?
Shank.
Boss, I just got word. You need to get back to Nuka World. Now. The operators have turned on us.
Mags ought to know better. The hell's she thinking?
Mags and William didn't like how you were handing out new territory. Now them and their whole gang have gone and stormed Nuka World. The other bosses are waiting on you before they move in. You need to get back. Well.
Uh-huh.
Sure, we carry guns, but knives are where it's at. It's not fun unless you know those.
Attention guests. If you've lost your hidden Cappy glasses, additional pairs can be flavor.
Let's do this.
Looks like Mags and William are dug in. In pretty well up there. We gonna go up there and pull their asses out?
Or even better, kill them where they stand. Either way, looks like we're about to find out. The boss is here.
While you were off doing your thing, Mags and William got all the operators together and took over the power plant. If those idiots think they're gonna get away with this, they're dead wrong. I'll skin them alive.
Those spoiled little shits, still acting like fucking children.
How could you let this happen?
The hell? Since when was I in charge of the other gangs? Look, boss. If you don't want your job, just say the...
Uh-huh. Just calm down and start at the beginning.
You want story time? Fine. But I'm way past calming down. Word came back from the Commonwealth that you're favoring the Pack and the Disciples. Well, surprise, surprise. Mags and William didn't take the news so well. They took their gang and muscled into the power plant. Now they got the entire... You better not let them get away with this, boss.
And we're not talking about some slap on the wrist here. Mags and William need to...
Right.
They were dead the moment they decided to take out some of my crew.
Look, boss, this is your play. You've had our back, so we'll watch yours. But you have to swear.
I hate to lose the operators. Isn't there some other way?
They're already lost, boss. Ain't a single operator that's gonna submit to you now. Mags and William ain't gonna come back.
I didn't build all this up just to watch them tear it down.
Then let's tear them apart instead.
The Disciples will make sure no one escapes.
that? that? Hey, think I got something. Hey, think I got something. Oh, you should have stayed there. Think I got something.
But I'm still standing.
That's it.
You got some nimble fingers there, huh? What's up, boss?
Hi.
I'm gonna hunt those operators down one by one.
Hey. Wait there.
I'll be here.
Come on.
All lit up. Goddamn.
All it takes are a few rides and some lights to make you this sentimental?
I mean, that's part of it. But it's bigger than that. Now that Mags and William are gone, and the operators ain't much of a threat anymore, there's not much left to stop us. We've made one hell of a mark on the Commonwealth. There ain't a soul from here to Diamond City that hasn't heard of us. And despite what happened at the power plant, the rest of our gangs are stronger than ever. I took a big chance. You know the real difference between him and you? You were willing to bleed for us. You put your neck on the line, and believe it or not.
Okay, I can tell you want something.
I'm serious. I don't have an angle here, boss. So I guess the next move, with the power to the park back online, you might want... Or maybe hit up Shank and take... Oh, and of course, you could always lend Nisha or make...
Sure. What about the rest of the...
If they're alive, you're gonna be pissed.
Sounds like we still have plenty of trouble to get into.
Then I guess that does it, boss. There's plenty of caps out there.